some responses? Some responses, please. Let's track Sanaya. I'm sorry. Sanaya George, Manera, and then Tanisha. But before we start, you notice there's a tracker, discussion tracker box. The purpose of that box is for you to jot down anything you hear from your peers. It's going to be really important when you use that box that you try to remember who said what. You can use their initials if you want, because I want you to incorporate whatever they say into the next Everybody Writes prompt. Not yet if you understand that. Okay? So we're going to hear from Sanaya, we're going to hear from, who's that second? Sanaya, Manera, and then Tanisha. Track them, go.
The benefit of checks and balances is that no one can take over or feel unequal. This helps the government to not fall apart and become a disaster that no one can.
Manera. Make sure you're speaking loud enough so you can hear something, jotting down some of their ideas.
The benefit of having checks and balances is that you have your own responsibilities in each government, and everyone has equal power in each government.
Tanisha, track them.
The benefit of checks and balances is that gives everyone equality in power. The definition states ensures that no part of the
Did you all hear from this side of the room? I need you to speak loud enough so we can hear that side. Go ahead.
The benefit of having checks and balances is that it gives everyone equality in power. The definition states ensures that no part of the government has too much power.
All right. Someone else build on what you've heard so far? We're going to give folks a chance to write these down. They captured it. Good job. All right. Once you captured the ideas, hear another response. Track Layla, please.
So the benefit of checks and balances is that each part of the government is organized and put together. There will be no confusion and no one part of the government taking all of the power.
Okay. So now, give you about 20 more seconds to finish writing. I want you to track here in 3, 2, 1. Pins down, track here for a second. So, now, you have your discussion track. In your response, I want you to include something from one of your peers, either you agree or disagree with. Okay, but I want you to make sure you include it in your response. And you can reference your peer, so you can say, Tanisha said, and I agree with her or disagree. Okay? Read the second Everybody Writes question, please. Joanne, out proud.
What type of government does checks and balances?
All right, what type of government does checks? Let's hear Khalees, who's been on fire since we moved her spot. Layla and Elias.
I would say checks and balances for reign of trying because
Tyranny?
because only one person holds power in it is the way everything and checks and balances is like everyone has equal power.
Layla?
Coach, I agree with you. Not only does it prevent tyranny, but it also prevents oligarchies because when in the government, like Tanisha said, checks and balances helps for there to be equality when there's equal power. So that it shows that if one part of the government takes all of the power, then it would be like an oligarchy, because like a small group of people will have all the power. So checks and balances make sure that each part of the government has a certain amount of power, so it won't be one single group taking all the power.
Elias?
I
Let's give Layla some love. She was going to hear it. I like that. Good job. Go ahead, Elias.
I agree with what Khalees and Layla said. I wrote checks and balances prevent monarchy and tyranny governments. Again, as Tanisha said, everyone has power in that type of government. Being that checks and balances make sure no one part of the government has too much power, kings will be out of the decision to rule and so they do.
So I think there's one other type of government that prevents. We've heard tyranny, we've heard oligarchy, and we've heard monarchy. Is there I guess, a fourth type of government that we've learned about that checks and balances may prevent? Talk to me about that real quick, please. Why? Destiny, what do you think, Jack Destiny?
I think, checks and balances will have.
Democracy? No? Sharif, what you have? Treasury?
I think checks and balances prevents dictatorship.
Dictatorship. Why would checks and balances prevent a dictatorship? Now, first you have to remember what a dictatorship is. And now you need to have your response. So I need to hear both of those in your response. How does that prevent dictatorship? Track Joanne?
It prevents dictatorship because you know that a dictatorship is one, during the war, if you did that, somebody has to have a lot of power, and you know that checks and balances, they make sure that no part of the government, has too much power. So since, from that information, it shows that dictatorships,